Well, that stopped me, so I did it 2 months later. I got my cholesterol results back. Before that, my cholesterol was 6.7 and I have it all documented. And then 2 months later, it was 4.59. That's the result.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, dear viewers, I'll point out that the purity of the experiment, if you didn't quite catch it, is that Yuri Mikhailovich took a course of Synthesit, 3 packs in total. And he didn't take the tests right after finishing those 3 packs, but 2 months after the course ended, to see the long-term perspective. And that's a very remarkable result, a very significant percentage. I'm sure your cholesterol was even lower, but it gradually adjusted and rose a bit, but even so, this result, 2 months after the intake, shows that the body, with 3 packs of Synthesit, got great help, restored its functions, the liver, other organs and tissues. Consequently, the cholesterol didn't return to its previous level in 2 months, so we got such a clean experiment. And dear viewers, a small insert for this video, some fresh data. While we were doing this interview with Yuri Mikhailovich, it was sitting with us, we hadn't released it yet. And more time has passed. 4.5 months after the first course of Synthesit, Yuri Mikhailovich did another set of tests without taking any more Synthesit. That is, as I mentioned earlier, as I said before, on the 11th day of May, in the year 2023, he went ahead and did this particular test, the one that he then sent to us for review. And the result that came back is, of course, absolutely phenomenal, especially when you compare it to the previous 2 tests that he had done before this one. So what exactly do we see here? Well, what we see is that only after a period of 4.5 months, his cholesterol level, yes, it actually rose again, but only to a moderately elevated level, not as high as before. So, if we take a moment to recall our interview now, yes, it was 6.7 before he started taking Synthesit, if you remember, and that is an important detail to keep in mind as we look at these results. The cholesterol test from September 6, 2022. 2 months after the first course of Synthesit, on February 17, 2023, the cholesterol remained in excellent condition at 4.59. And only after 4.5 months did he take the tests again, and we see a moderately elevated level. What does this tell us, dear viewers? That Synthesit helps the body recover and restore itself, providing essential support for the body's natural processes. Synthesit supports the body in many important ways. Its effect is quite long-lasting, as we can see. Yes, it lasted for over 4 months. He took 3 packs for the first course of Synthesit, as you remember, yes, from our interview. And the body held up like that, so to speak, for 4.5 months. That's a very good result. What else does it say? That the person is 70 years old. So after all, for a young person, of course, this result can last a bit longer again, provided there are no serious diseases, underlying ones and so on. And what other conclusion can be drawn? So, we recommend taking Synthesit in courses with a 10-day interval, or taking it constantly, right? Or maybe every other day, to keep the blood in the right state so that cholesterol and other test results don't worsen. You see, the better our blood is, the less wear and tear on the body. The better the liver works, the better the blood vessels work, the better the heart works. Consequently, the less we age, the more resilient and energetic we are, we get sick less, and our immunity is excellent. Now, people who take Synthesit constantly, well, either don't get sick at all or get sick very rarely, and illnesses as a rule pass quite quickly.